Have you ever met someone and thought to yourself, man, were you born this big a piece of shit? Have you ever rationalized the actions of a person that would probably trade you for $10 any day of the week? Have you ever witnessed two grown men giving each other verbal head in the group chat? Well, fear not, my kittens, because I've met a lot of people through my life, and with acquainting and canoodling with hundreds of Homo sapiens comes the inevitability for there to be a few people that make you question whether or not you want to be perceived ever again. And Lord knows, I never let my pain go unmonetized. So I'm about to give you a list of the most toxic traits I've seen within people and how to spot them. So enough of the yapping, let's begin. Now listen, we all have our moments of emotional unwiseness. Monkey no get banana, monkey mad, monkey tweak out, monkey throw poo at other monkey. Or is that just me? However, there's a big difference between losing your cool every now and then and just being an emotional ass bitch. Knowing someone who just can't get a handle on their emotions, it's just like, why? Can't do nothing with these people. They can sure as hell dish. They will sometimes violate harder than anybody else, but the second you start to see steam coming out their ears, fun's over. And usually the crash out is over some dumb shit as well. Like, have you ever heard the phrase, you can learn more about someone in an hour of play than in a day of talking? That is actually real shit. Because an hour of play or anything minuscule that can challenge someone's ego can weed out this specific trait as quickly as it takes a person to say, oh, that's how we're playing? Alright, cool, say none! And then he proceeds to mustard gas my house. It was an accidental foul. None of this shit will matter tomorrow. The hoes did not care that you put up a triple-double at recess. What are you crying about? Get a grip! But don't think by that quote's logic that conversations are useless, cause no, people's inner hoes will still shine brightly. Like, if we're having a conversation and the minute I'm about to talk about something that I'm interested in, you interrupt me after I've been sitting there patiently just going, oh, damn, yeah, that's crazy. Wow. And then you want to interrupt me? Because, like, it's not even the fact that they're talking too much. Like, listening is very easy to do, but it's the fact that it'd be the most I couldn't care less mundane things in history. Like, your story about this one girl at work, it could put a crackhead to sleep. But the minute I'm about to start talking, it's treated as if you're hearing paint dry. Are you serious? But what's worse is when they are paying attention, it's usually to hate. Like, if you have friends or, again, maybe even be dating someone, I'm in no way saying to be a yes man for them, because I make sure to say something negative about every Instagram story that my friends post. It's my God-given right. But, like, you ever been feeling yourself? Like, you feel good, you're looking good, you go to your homies and are like, hey, I got this shit on though. And you got that one guy that comes out with the most wildest critiques and hides the shade behind, oh, I'm just saying it how it is. I'm just being honest. I'm honestly gonna molest you if you keep talking. Now, don't get it twisted. I say to my homies regularly that I'll touch them if they don't watch themselves. It's my God-given right as a good friend and a disciple of Diddy. However, when the threat becomes reality, I need an adult. I can't believe I have to say this to like damn near 18 to 24-year-olds, but boundaries must be set. If something you're doing is making someone else uncomfortable, you stop. That's what you learn in kindergarten. But it appears that some people did not get that memo. And you know, thankfully, I've never been molested by my friends. Yet. But when it comes to personal boundaries being violated, let me tell you a quick tale. When I was 11 and out with some friends, I had left my phone unattended and unlocked. And my friends, upon seeing this, were instantly locked into a cutscene. Did they A, leave my phone alone and continue with their conversation? B, do some nut shit? Or C, molest me in the bathroom? Honestly, I'd have rather them picked option C, because tell me why my search history was flooded with porn. Like, I learned so many names that day that still are ingrained in my, I would never, ever leave that shit in my search history. Well, that was irrelevant to my father who used to check my phone. To this day, I make sure that my phone is never in the vicinity of another human being. Ever! And guess what I was told by this dickhead at school the next day? Why are you being sensitive? I was just It's just never your fault, is it? It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Why are you overreacting? You know what? You're right, actually. Why should we harbor resentment? Why should I be mad? You didn't mean it. You were just being a silly goose. Just like when I crashed a four-wheeler into your mom's house. I was just kidding. I didn't mean it. Why are you getting pressed? Victim mentality. People would rather take cock than accountability. I don't know how some people go through life and somehow, some way, in some fashion, manage to come out as the victim in every scenario. Actually, no, I do know why. It's because these people delude themselves with anything to justify themselves, even if it makes no sense. Like, you just pushed me off a cliff. What did Melvin owing you $10 have to do with this? And when they start to realize that they may be in the wrong, they start self-pitying like, oh, well, I guess everything is all my fault. Everything's all my fault. I'm always the bad guy. As if he didn't just dump a bucket of whale semen on me for the huzz. Like, just take your head out your ass and see the bigger picture for what? Now, this is an honorable mention for top spot because it's a little subtle, but it's probably one of the 2 dead giveaways for me that a person is toxic. It's to watch how someone treats a person that they don't respect. Now, I'm about to sit up for this one because this shit has got me passionate. Because I never noticed it while in the moment, but whenever I think about the worst people that I've known, this trait is a constant. Like, I had this one homie back in 10th grade, and dude was a straight hater. Like, if you think I'm bad, this motherfucker was bad. And he had this one dude, not dude, this victim who he just didn't like obviously unprovoked. There was no rhyme or reason for this vendetta. He just hated him. I'm talking, let this guy breathe wrong in this dude's presence. He could be dead silent in the call for hours, and the minute he feels the aura of his prey, he pounces. Hey guys, what we doing? Shut up! Crazy thing too is that this dude would let so much shade on his name slide if it was from the right person, but wouldn't even tolerate a hello from this dude. Like, what? And coincidentally, this guy went on to hold his girlfriend hostage with his life for months.
If you leave me, I will kill myself.
So, yeah, definitely a toxic person. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. Probably the easiest way to find out if someone is toxic is to figure out whether or not the person breathes air. Because toxic traits are really just bad ways people learn growing up to cope with anxiety and stress. I'll give you an example. I remember when I was like 15, I was playing soccer with some buddies at the park, and long story short, things got toxic and my Liverpool jersey was ripped at the collar. And if you know anything about buying sports merchandise, you know them hoes ain't cheap. And I was tight, so I just walked off, low-key in tears, because that shirt was so nice and it was so expensive, for what? But then the next time that I saw him, he had actually bought me a new jersey and gave a short little awkward apology. Now, is it toxic and a hoe-ass move to get tight over a foul in a pickup game? Yes, but is he a bad person? No, because if he was, he'd have just carried on and not really addressed it or anything. And if that does make him a bad person, then 99% of you are as well. What I wanted to bring to light with this video is the importance of understanding both yourself and other people. Probably the #1 most quintessential trait for any type of relationship is mutual understanding. People need to be understood, especially when they're feeling emotional. However, I don't know about you, but 99% of arguments I've witnessed or partook in just devolve into 2 people waiting to respond to each other, then leaving, not speaking to each other, then maybe awkwardly apologizing later. And the reason this happens is because we're not taught to understand, along with the fact that it challenges your pride to do so, and Lord knows that I'm not backing down after my shirt gets ripped. So if there's one thing you can take away from this video, it's to know the peace of mind you get from understanding the other side. Because most of the petty problems we have that frustrate us aren't frustrating because the thing itself makes us mad. It's confusion at the reasoning. So anytime something gives you problems, anytime something makes you feel angry or confused, I want you to take the time to understand before coming to a conclusion. And you realize how petty you are.
We interrupt this program to bring you the following message, brought to you by Jeff Bezos' hairline.
Oh my... Dude, what the fuck? Have you ever wanted a therapist that would laugh at you the minute you got serious? What? No, you piece of shit. Have you ever wanted to vent your problems to a random person on the internet? Not really? And most importantly, have you ever wanted to feature live in a KD video? Well, want no more, because I'm here to announce that I've made the Discord, baby! Join the Discord now with the link in the description and tune into the live stream, because in exactly 1 hour, I will be running a live therapy session for my viewers on my Twitch because I realized you all need it. And even if you don't want therapy, you should join anyway! KD's Discord is a fun and all-expense-paid trip directly to the But don't take my word for it. Let's hear it from our host of satisfied customers. You gotta listen to me. Save yourselves, this is a living hell of a time. It's been so fun that I've recently divorced my wife and because all I want to do is hang out and be a part of the KD community. You see, chat? Everything's all fun and games over here. So what the hell are you waiting for? Where you going now and become a part of the family. Can't be a pedophile, conditions apply.
Come here.
What are you doing? Stop.
We're gonna have a great time.